Hey, good evening, everybody. My name is Angela Lahman, and I'm joined here with my sister-in-law, or in love, Andrea. We're getting ready to do a European vacation, and we often...
It's going to be like
National Lampoon's European Vacation with the sister wives, because I think I get to travel with you and your husband, my brother, and your two kids at the beginning. Then Elena's going to join us, and then we'll be over there all together. So we love these family vacations, sister wives family vacations, but we're not really sister wives. Just in case anybody watches this.
We're recording this. This is awesome.
My friend and amazing silver leader, Julie Garitson, is here in the house with us. She's going to, nope, you got to come around a little farther. She's going to be sharing her business story with everyone later as an inspiration to those of you who may have just accidentally tripped into this business. In fact, we joked this summer that I've never really officially asked Julie if she actually wanted to build a Young Living business, but she's on board. I never did, but she's on board, and she's a silver leader and almost gold, like set up for gold. So we're really excited about what that means for her and her business. So we're going to explore what it means to create an amazing living with Young Living. Andrea is our esteemed Diamond leader and was sneaking a peek at some things that are coming up this weekend, so stay tuned for all of that. When you participate in the rally this weekend. Not on the call tonight. I know, Julie was hoping with bated breath. But we give these classes every single week because we know that for us, more exposure to knowing about the business or tips and tricks of getting started with the Young Living business would have been really helpful at the very beginning. But for us, we hobbied for about 6 years before we started sharing the business with other people and duplicating our success in creating a lifestyle of wellness, purpose, and abundance. So I am going to just present to you, I'm going to share my screen because this is a presentation that we roll out through PowerPoint. And it's something that if you're part of our team already, you can actually access through our resources tab on our website. And if you need that password and information, contact us so we can help you with that. So first of all, I'll just jump right in to why to consider a Young Living business. For me, I was taught this example of Lifestyle 1 that's on the screen in front of you if you're watching this tonight. If you're not, I'll just talk you through it. So the idea was that I went to school from the time I was eligible to go to kindergarten through high school. Just eligible. Well, I didn't go early. I didn't go early or late. I just went at the time I was eligible.
Because you can skip kindergarten.
This is going to be a fun class.
I've done one of these with you.
Kathy Lee and Hoda are in the house. Kathy Lee and Hoda are in the house. And then I graduated high school, and the expectation in our family was that you went to college after that to learn skills and schooling that would help you be successful in a job for the rest of your life. But then when you got that job at like 23, 24, 25 years old, you would work that for 40 years straight through, no breaks, the typical vacation, whatever. So I trained as a teacher with the expectation to teach for 40 years in the public school classroom. And then I would be able to retire, enjoy life, and have, that typical retirement plan set up. But what happens to most people in that situation is they find themselves in a fixed income with declining health as they reach that age of retirement. And then they're not able to complete the things that they had once wanted to, or they felt vibrant enough to do earlier in their lives. So when I was introduced to network marketing, I realized that the second lifestyle made a lot more sense to me. That yes, I had developed skills and strategies and tools in those first formative years of my life, even in my career as an educator. And now was the opportunity that I had to spend my part-time hours doing something productive that would benefit me for the rest of my life. So I started to work smarter instead of harder. And I spent those 4 to 5 years really pouring into the teaching and training and skill development that I needed to be a professional network marketer and be successful at this and earn a full-time salary and then some by promoting my business. And now at the age of 41, I'm enjoying life on my terms and choosing to do things to give back to the world, being generous with my time and my resources, having the opportunity to grow my business even farther. as I continue on the journey. So some of you listening to this call or this recording may find yourselves in a similar predicament. Maybe life has handed you something that you weren't expecting, and you are curious, what does it mean to work smarter, so that you too can have this freedom lifestyle. So if we look at the trends of how this business works, what we know is that we want to build a business in an industry that is growing. And the wellness and beauty industry is slated to be $1 trillion business industry by the year 2025. And we had those numbers reaffirmed for us at our Young Living Convention as well, that people are really interested in living healthier, longer, more vibrant lives. And what we offer are solutions that are based in natural wellness with essential oils, oil-infused supplements, personal care products, and cleaning products. Also, we have a kids and baby line now, also makeup, all sorts of things that help people really maximize their lifestyle. Young Living's been in business for over 24 years in the United States, but now we've expanded internationally into 74 countries. Our business tops $1.5 billion on a regular basis now. It's safe to say that business is booming. And when you break that down into how our distributors get paid, there are people on our team that are making hundreds of dollars a month. Some are making thousands of dollars a month, and others are making tens of thousands of dollars a month. And so if that's not inspiring enough, I'm curious, what brought you onto the call tonight? What is it that you have been kind of confronted with that is causing you to start to think bigger than your limiting income or time freedom right now? For me, it was a divorce in 2011 that put me in a very fixed income kind of situation as a school teacher. I knew that wasn't enough money to raise my family on with the lifestyle that we'd become accustomed to. And so I needed to find something that was going to be more life-giving and more income producing than my teaching salary, which was pretty much stagnant. And the threat of losing my job every year was no way to live either. So I reduced my stress after a few years of building my Young Living business by retiring from that profession in 2015. And now I've been able to live life on my terms. Like when my grandma calls and needs help with her puzzle app that she's working on, I can take those calls usually, but not right now. I love my grandma. She's awesome. All right. So tell us more, Andrea, about that.
So I love this quote: think big, believe big, act big, and the results will be big. And so, one of the things I know, well, at least it was true for me, and I know it was true for a lot of friends that I've talked to about this, is that we used to dream. Like in elementary school, it was really easy to have big dreams and big things we were going to do in life. And there wasn't anything stopping us or telling us that we couldn't. And then as we began to grow, into the junior high school years, college, and then getting into our regular life, I just kind of stopped dreaming. And I know that the same thing was true for a lot of my friends. We were just kind of honestly in a bit of a rut. And it's interesting what this business has done for me in that regard. And I know for you in that regard. And I know for you too, Julie, sitting here with us. It has caused us to dream again. So I'll share a little bit of my story in a second, but I want those of you who are listening to think about, what would an extra $500 a month do for your family? Okay. What would that look like? Could it pay down some student loans? Could you pay down your mortgage a little bit faster? What about $1,500 a month? Would you be able to take those summer vacations that you really are wanting to take instead of, driving to Disneyland for a day or driving to see the family in Wisconsin for a couple days?
We flew, okay? We flew. Let's be clear. And then we drove a Mercedes that we rented on Turo, and I did not get paid for that affiliate ad.
Awesome. So, and what, things like being able to bring a spouse home from a second job, for, a mom being able to stay home with her kids instead of having to work a job. What would that extra $500, $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 a month do for your family? Because we know it's not really about the money. It's about what the money can do to shift and change circumstances in our lives. So for me, I found myself 6 years ago, almost to the month. It was to the month. Exactly. It was July, probably right about this time in July, 6 years ago at the Young Living Convention. And I went into some business classes, and it was a time in my life where I just didn't see myself continuing to teach for the rest of my life. I was getting cuts, every year, making less and less than I was the year before. I wasn't being paid for my master's degree, yet I was still paying on my master's degree. And I just couldn't see myself continuing forever like that. And the other piece to it was that I had a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old at home, and I really just wanted to be home with them. I wanted to be able to have the flexibility to be a stay-at-home mom, to, as they grew, to be a classroom mom and things like that. And so I decided I was just going to go for it. And to me, $1,500 was what I needed. I needed $1,500 to make this happen, where I could stay home with my kids and not have to super, super stress about our finances. And I was able to do that within a year. Within a year's time, I matched my part-time teaching job. I was teaching 2/3 time that year. And I came home. I retired after a year of building this on the side. We called it our side hustle, and have been home since. So it's been 5 years now since I retired early from public education, and have been building this since. It has grown every year. Have given myself a raise every single year, which is something that I could never do in public education. And the things that we've been able to do because of this weren't even on my dream list. That 6 years ago, things that we're doing now weren't even a thought in my mind. So I absolutely love this business. I fell in love with the oils first, and I'm just as in love with this business model for what it can do to set people free. So why network marketing? I'm going to go through this really quickly. There's so much I could say about each of these, but I just want to be able to move us along quickly. So low startup cost. It literally costs $160 plus tax and shipping to get your business started. It's just a premium starter kit. And then your monthly commitment is 100 PV on Essential Rewards. And I always say to people, that's really low rent, isn't it? If you were going to open a brick and mortar to run a business, you would be paying a lot more than that a month. And think about employee costs, all of the things that would go into owning a brick and mortar. It's super cheap to start a business with Young Living, which is also why it makes it really easy for people to decide they don't want to build anymore, because there was not a lot invested in the beginning. So tax benefits, there's tons of tax benefits. I'm not going to go over them, but things like travel when it involves business, writing off miles, anything that you purchase for your business, things like that can be written off. You get to choose who you work with, and you get to meet really awesome people along the way. I know for me, and I just saw Amanda Hilscher, one of our colleagues that just jumped on the call, Billy Jennings, she's on the call. They both have been building for a while, and it's just fun, the people that you get to meet through this that you didn't know before, because I find that Young Living attracts really positive, just awesome people. I don't know what it is. There's something about Young Living that's the kind of people that come into it. And so we get to be part of a really awesome community of friends that we had before, and cool people that we get to meet along the way. Travel opportunities. So with Young Living, as you move up through the ranks, Young Living provides different rewards trips. So starting at silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and above, you get to go on trips. And so we've had, we've been to Ecuador, to Hawaii, to to Banff, Canada. Where else?
Australia.
Australia. Mm-hmm. And we have actually a team growing in New Zealand. So visited New Zealand to help them. So just, if you like to travel, this is an awesome business to be able to travel. It's not required, but for people who love it, you really get to take advantage of that travel bug with Young Living. And then you get to be your own boss, which can be good and bad, right? If we have the employee mindset where we just go to work and we're told what to do, and we do it because we're told, and we know we're going to get fired if we don't do it, and then we come into our own thing where nobody's telling us we have to do anything, it can be a bit of an adjustment. But I find that I absolutely love the freedom of having that flexibility in my day. Being able to decide when I'm working my business, being able to decide which days I'm working my business, being able to take a vacation when I choose to take a vacation. I love it. Absolutely love it. And then no inventory. There's literally nothing that you have to stock. You have your own orders that you're using for your own family, and you help people to create accounts where their orders are coming directly to them. So I love that you don't have to have stock. And then ability to leverage time. So the story that I love to share about this is that about 2 or 3 years ago, we went to Europe.
2 years.
2 years ago, we went to Europe as a family.
Yeah, 2 years ago, 16.
And I had decided that I wasn't going to work the business at all while I was there. I'd been really working hard, and in the hours that I put towards the business, I'd been working hard for about 3 years, and really hadn't gone a month without touching my business. And so we were headed off to Europe, and I told my husband, you know what, I'm just not going to work on this trip. So I barely touched it at all for 3.5 weeks. Came back, and our check was just as big as the month before. And to me, that spoke volumes, because you're not in this business, you're not trading time for money. It grows and it grows and it grows if you're working it to the point where you can take time off and the check still comes in. And that's really cool, because I don't know a lot of other things that you can do where that happens.
Cool.
Angela.
Awesome. So we're assuming that most of you on the call already know that essential oils are the kind of the base product that Young Living Essential Oils markets. But just in case you didn't know that, it is essential oils are contained in plants, and they actually help the plant live, thrive, survive, and amidst all sorts of terrible conditions. And one of the things that historically essential oils have been used for is to be extracted or distilled, and then they can do really good things in our bodies as well. So if you haven't been to an intro to essential oils class yet, you definitely want to put that on your schedule for the next couple of weeks, or let us know. You can go to our website at livingwellnow.com/products, and there's actually a class there that'll teach you about that as well. But using essential oils for our health and wellness is kind of the base of our business, and it was really kind of a gateway to healthier living overall. For me, I never dreamed that a little bottle of, or a couple drops of essential oil could be so powerful and really change my life, but that's exactly what's happened. And we'd love to teach you more about how those work, just getting them on your body, in your air, diffusing them. Some of them can be ingested, and a class on essential oils from our team will really educate you a little bit more on how that works. In general, what you need to know about our company to really build belief in our company is that we profess and we stand by a global perspective of essential oils. So these are places where we have businesses, headquarters, distilleries, and our farms as well. And the reason I pulled up that 2-year note about when we've been to Europe last is because we head out Sunday for our next trip to Europe. So we're really, really excited to visit the farm in Split, Croatia, or Split. And we're going to be able to get out. It's actually outside the city quite a bit. But we're really excited about seeing helichrysum growing in whatever form it is. I don't even know what will be happening on the farm then. 2 years ago, we visited the farm in France, and the distillery there, where Young Living has a distillery in the Provence area of France. So it's just, again, these are, when you can say you've touched the plants or you've touched the land. A lot of our team members have been to the Mona farm in Utah. There's something valuable about our Seed to Seal promise. And we owe a huge debt of gratitude to this man, D. Gary Young. He just passed away in May, but we feel super blessed to have heard him teach and speak multiple times over the course of our time with Young Living in the last 12 years. But more importantly, the vision that he cast for Young Living in the last 30 years of his of giving of his time and his energy to becoming really the founding father of essential oils in the modern day use. Yesterday we celebrated International Essential Oils Day. It would have been Gary's birthday. So I was really glad to see that designation come out. My dog didn't get the message on not eating during this call. We'll have to sorry, a little distraction there. But we really really are grateful for what Gary Young and the rest of Young Living has put forth as an industry standard, really unmatched in terms of being the global leader in the business and in the world. So we're very, very grateful for that. However, what we want to designate here is that we aren't in the business, though, of selling oils, and neither was Gary. I would say collectively, Young Living is a lifestyle company. So when we are asked what we do for a living, we're seriously health and business coaches, walking alongside people who want to live healthier lives, who want to live lives in more freedom, like Andrea was talking about, to be able to live life on their terms. And we do that from a team perspective. The people that are focused there, Andrea and I have our backs to the camera, but you can see my brother across the table, my sister-in-law, Sarah, who are currently in Lisbon, Portugal, traveling in their freedom lifestyle for the next few months. And then my mom, Deborah, who introduced us all to the business. We work together to bring you the best training and resources that we can as your health and business coaches and leadership of Living Well Now. So I don't remember if we said I was just going.
Yeah.
Okay. So you might be asking, how does this business work? How do I get paid? How much money is it possible to make? What do I have to do to get paid? And where do I start? So we're going to break that down for you. So if you have a notepad and a pencil, you're going to want to take some notes fast and furious, because we also promised you would do it in the next 25 minutes. So just to keep us on track, we're going to keep going through our slides here to let you know just how important it is to understand the business model that we're dealing with and how this business works. So this next graphic is easier to explain to you in person, but I'm going to just go ahead and say that this is built on networks. If you look at all the circles on the graphic in front of you, you're going to see a ton of people. And a lot of times people, when they're starting a new business, they say, well, there's not a lot of people that live in my neighborhood, or there aren't a lot of people that I'm connected to, or I don't get out very much, or I don't have much of a network. And the good news is that you only need to know a few people who know a few more people. So we're going to do a quick activity, because I know this is really valuable. So again, take that pen and paper that you've got in front of you, and I want you to make a circle with your name in it, and then spawning out from that circle, spawning. I just used the word spawning. But what is it? Spindle? I don't know. There's no other better word. It comes out from the middle. I don't know.
I just say draw a kindergarten sun.
Circle,
lines.
a kindergarten sun. That's almost like spawning. All right, keep going with us here. So you're going to put your name in the middle of the kindergarten sun. And then on one of the rays of sunshine, you're going to add the name of somebody that you know that's maybe your hairdresser, or a hairdresser that you are friends with. And you're just going to write down that person's name. And then on the next ray of sunshine, I'd like you to add the name of a teacher that you know, somebody who is in the classroom currently, maybe your son or daughter's kindergarten or 7th grade teacher. But write down the name of a teacher that you know. On the next ray of sunshine, spoke on the wheel, smaller spawn. I'd like you to write down the name of somebody that you know who is a health professional, somebody that you have maybe a personal connection to beyond just your healthcare provider, but somebody that you really value their healthcare opinion. So it could be somebody who's a chiropractor or a physical therapist, someone who works in the business of massage therapy, or esthetician, somebody who really cares about helping people's bodies, physical health, maybe emotional health, spiritual health, feel better. Then on the next line, I want you to write down the name of somebody who is an amazing connector, somebody who seems to know a lot of people, who is well connected in their community, who may have lots of networking opportunities because of the work that they do, or just because that's the kind of person that they are. Andrea and I share a friend in common who's always that person for us on this list. And we are grateful for the way he connects us to other people and other foodie restaurants, really is what I'm grateful to Adam for tonight. But just really somebody who connects you to that next piece of information. And then I want you to write down on the next line somebody who is a part of your family that you think would really benefit from some of the things that we've talked about tonight, whether it be the natural solutions with essential oils for your supporting your body systems and health, whether it be somebody who's really in your family who's really interested in natural skincare, or has some reason that they need to change out the artificial fragrances in their home to be more health promoting. somebody in your family who you'd like to be part of. And then I want you on the last line, and maybe you have a couple more, I want you to write down the name of somebody that you're friends with, that you would love to just hang out with more. When Julie and I were in Mom's Club together, we were getting our kids together for play dates, and this essential oils, thieves cleaner stuff kind of just came up. She's going to tell you a little bit about that later. But it just kind of came up in natural conversation, but we'd had a really good time raising kiddos and sitting at library play dates together for a few years. So it was really awesome to take our relationship to that next level. Of spawning. I'm just going to stop it there. What else? Who else should we add to our array of sunshine? Is that good? So if you think about what you've just created there, you've already come up with 4 or 5 names of people that you could talk to about your business. And what's great is if you look at those names, do you think that your hairdresser knows other hairdressers? Or knows other teachers, or knows other health professionals or connectors? Do you think that the person that you wrote down as a family member that you want to get involved and help transform their life might know a hairdresser or a teacher or a connector? So all of these people then share with their networks, and that's what helps this business grow. And there's dollar signs attached to this document. You can have somebody go through this with you step by step to really fully understand just the potential that's there. But basically what we want you to hear us saying is that starting with just a small network of people can grow into a massive network based on the ability to duplicate your sharing technique. So if we look at the compensation plan then just quickly, you can see that the different ranks that are available, distributor, star, senior star, executive, these only require you to order just a minimal amount on a monthly order. We call it essential rewards in our business. That's our loyalty program. But then as your business grows and you add more people and they're ordering more product, that's how you see that your business is growing. And you can see that you get paid out on those 5 levels, those first 5 levels of people at the executive level. So as your business grows, you continue to, and as other people enroll, you're still continuing to earn money on that uni-level commission. Tell us about the bonuses, Andrea, because that's not the only way.
Okay,
that you
we're going to go through this really quickly. So when you first get started in your business, this is where the bulk of your check will come from. So if you look at these circles, me being you, let's say that you enroll Sally, and Sally gets the premium starter kit, which is valued at 100 PV. When you enroll somebody with a premium starter kit, you're going to get 25% of that, which is $25, and you're going to get a $25 kit bonus. So 25 and 25, $50. So basically every time you enroll somebody with a premium starter kit, you'll get a check the next month for $50. Now you're going to also get 25% anytime that Sally orders for the first 3 months. So outside of that starter kit, anything else she orders in the first 3 months, you're going to also get 25% for that. Now let's say that Sally falls in love with her oils and you show her how to share with her friend Bill, and she helps Bill to get started. She's going to get that same compensation that you did off of helping her to enroll, but you're going to get what's called a matching bonus of 10%. So from that premium starter kit that Bill gets, you're going to get $10. And anytime that Bill orders anything else in those first 3 months, you'll get 10% of that order. So pretty cool. And as you're enrolling, quite a few people in, let's say that in a given month you enroll 4 people, and let's say that 2 of those people enroll a couple other people, like that's going to begin to bulk your check pretty quickly. So this is where the majority of the upfront money comes as you're building that network. We know that the network takes longer, but this is nice upfront cash to get you started in your business. So if we look at the Rising Star Team bonus, I want you to write this down. If you're seriously considering the Young Living business, or maybe you've already started the business, but you're not real familiar with this, write this down, Rising Star Team bonus. We're not going to go over it tonight, but we have it in here because we want you to be aware of it. This is how I teach business builders on my team to build, because it sets you up for long-term success. So what I'd like you to do, if you have time after we get off the call, is just go on YouTube, look up Rising Star Team Bonus, and watch a couple of videos on it to begin to understand how it works, and then get back with the person who introduced you to Young Living to help explain it a little bit more to you, because this is a really, in my opinion, a really important way to strategize building your business from the beginning. All right. This is Young Living's income disclosure statement. So this is something that you can print out on your own as well. If you just Google Young Living income disclosure statement, it'll pull up the most recent one. But as you can see, You know, the average senior star is making over $200 a month. The average executive is making $400 to $500 a month. The average silver is making around $2,000 a month, and it goes up from there. So it's really about figuring out what is that life-changing amount for you and your family, and setting that as that long-term goal for you as you set the little goals along the way. So, you know, when people are learning about a business opportunity, they want to know, okay, can I really make a living doing this? Is it just these two? What did you call us at the beginning of the call? Tweedledee and Tweedledum. No, that's what I said.
Frick and frack.
Frick and frack. Is it just frick and frack that are actually making a business out of this, or are there other people who are making a living? So we're going to turn it over to a couple awesome business builders that are part of our community, starting. I guess I'll just turn the screen.
Yeah, that's great. Let's kind of pick it up though. I don't know if it'll, there.
Starting with Julie.
Perfect.
Tell us
you
your
on the
story,
screen?
Julie.
Yes, I'm on the screen.
Surprise.
Oops. Okay, I'm back. So like Ange said, I'm Julie, and I've known her for a very long time. But what I wanted to start out with first, and I wasn't going to, is that she, for a long time with me, oh, I have an oil for that, I have an oil for that, right? Everyone's heard that. And so she invited me to her mom's house one night for a class. Unbeknownst to me, I was the only one invited.
Or the only one who showed up.
I didn't find that out years later. So the reason I say that is it's okay that only one person shows up, or if you only meet with one person. Now we call that a one-on-one. But at the end of that class, they asked me, what interests you the most? And my response was thieves. And still, that would be my answer. That is really why I joined Young Living. I didn't join that night, though. It was a couple months later, I think, when I finally did get my kit. So again, you don't ever want to give up on anyone either. It's okay that they don't order their kit right away. But I am a math teacher, following their lead of being, we're all teachers here, except Jerry, but that's okay. But what my passion is educating others, especially moms, about number one, essential oils and incorporating them into every aspect of their lives. And number two, getting rid of all the toxins in our houses. When we know better, we do better. And even when I joined Young Living almost 6 years ago, I had no idea how many toxins there were in my home, everywhere. And so now I'm more aware. And so now it's like thieves, everything, everywhere. Well, I already said you introduced me. But like Ange said earlier, I am a silver. And with a consistent silver check that is coming, I will be able to stop my teaching job at the community college. Just in these part-time hours that I'm working Young Living. And that is really exciting to be able to stop that. And then if I want to do it, I can. I won't have to do that being a math teacher. I can still teach about essential oils. And that's really what is great, to never have to, or the idea, the aspect, the dream, like Andrea said earlier, of not having to have a boss if I don't want to.
Yeah, that's awesome. So awesome. All right, we're going to pick it up to see if we keep it alive. Okay, we kept it alive.
Okay, now we're going to have Heather Ambrose come live. Let me unmute. Oh, you're unmuted. Heather, do we get a visual of you or no? No?
Yes, we can get a visual. It's dark in the room. I'm going to turn the light on, and then you can get a visual.
Okay, so Heather has become one of those people I was talking about at the beginning, who I didn't know before the business, and has become a good friend through the business. So when I decided to begin building, how long ago? 6 years? Yeah, 6 years ago. Heather was one of the first people that joined me in this venture, and she was just a little pipsqueak of what, 21? How old were you? 22?
I was 25.
No, I feel like you were 22 when you started. How old are you now?
I'm 30. I was 24.
24.
You
See?
sure? I think
Pipsqueak.
you were
Still a
23.
youngin'.
Okay. Okay, you were 24, but you were a baby. And you just took this by the horns. So anyway, I'm going to turn it over to you to share a little bit of your story and what it's done for you.
Okay, so I am also a teacher. Shocker. Teach music. And so it was like my second year of teaching, and I realized that what I was making wasn't going to really let me meet any of my goals. I was going into debt, and I looked at the pay scale, and 20 years later, I wasn't really going to make that much more. So I was like, okay, I have to get a second job, but I didn't want to do my usual thing of working at like Starbucks or coffee shops. I didn't want to be on my feet for 8 hours, make $200 and there goes my weekend. I was like, okay, that's not going to work. So I needed something to be more flexible. And then I wanted like possibly a way to even make more money. And then I'd also been really getting into like natural health and on the health thing and food. And then one of my friends told me about Young Living, and I saw that you could make a business out of it. And I looked at the comp plan. I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. And then my friend, she's like, oh, I know someone who she's building a business and she wants to quit her teaching job. I was like, introduce me, please. And so she introduced me to Andrea. And then, so yeah, we obviously became great friends, and I met Ange and everyone here, and everyone's just so amazing. And so, so we started the business, and then in a few years, I started making as much as, actually more than I did teaching, first in my take home. And then, I was, my own boss for a year, and then I also teach part-time. I'm still teaching, but it's kind of like one of those things, like I teach because I like it. And you know what, like I don't have kids right now, so it's really nice to be able to like make the extra money, pay off the debt, and just, I have freedom to do what I want, which is nice, so, and then my little 2-3 hours after teaching, I'm making more than I am teaching, which I think is just crazy. It still blows my mind. So yeah, it's been awesome, and these guys are amazing. So yeah.
So awesome. Thank you so much, Heather, for sharing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And just so you guys know, it's not just teachers who build with Young Living. It's just kind of funny that both of the people we had on tonight are also teachers with us. We have people on our team from all walks of life who do all different things.
Yeah, Jerry's a senior star, headed to executive. He's in the room now, and he works in IT on computer stuff. And so it can be, for you, for anybody, you don't have to have preconceived skills or before coming into this. So let's tell you why, because we have an amazing training and duplication system, because plugging into a system is what's key. In fact, there's a special acronym that system stands for. Julie, you're going to pull that up. What is it? She's going to pull it up.
Saving yourself
time, energy, and money. So if you, so an acronym for system is saving yourself,
time, energy, money.
Yeah.
SITM.
But saving yourself.
So
time, energy, and money.
Okay.
So getting together with a system, and we have a great one. Living Well Now, in 2012, when we started building this, we did take our education, training, and background and created a curriculum, really, of how to help somebody invite somebody, introduce somebody to the business, follow up with them, introduce them about how the opportunity works with sharing the oils, and then how to step into leadership. And that collective information is available through our website to our Living Well Now team members. We really believe there's a lot of value in helping people connect to the things that are going to bring them income, that we call them income producing activities. And so you can find in our sharing group online lots of great resources from our team and from our system to help you do that better. You can find in our product users group how to support your team to understand how the oils work and what systems they're good for, and how they help overall change somebody's lifestyle. So we really feel strongly that if you are part of our team, you have all the resources and tools that you need at your fingertips to make this a success for yourself. An easy way to get started is to contact the person who invited you to the class. If you have already created your account with a premium starter kit and you're on Essential Rewards, you have already kind of committed to the things that need, like kind of like you were talking earlier about your brick and mortar business. Those are the things that you really need to have in place in order to build a business. So start telling people about it. Hey, I'm really interested in sharing these products with you. They've changed my life so far, and I can't wait to help you get started with yours. Start to make a list of people that you want intentionally to share with. We started that tonight with the group, with the Sunshine, the Kindergarten Sunshine that you just made. So you already have a beginning to your active candidate list. And then what's really, really key and important here is that you schedule 3 classes for your launch month. Like Julie said, she was the only one who came to the class that night. I think it was 2-on-1 because it was my mom and I, and then Julie. So we kind of hosed her. No, I'm just kidding. But when you schedule classes, be mindful that you are only going to have 1 or 2 people come, or you might have 15 people come. But when you give more options, more date options, you give more people the chance to connect to what you're offering. And duplicate the class that we have there. The Introduction to Essential Oils takes people through the Premium Starter Kit, takes people through why Young Living's quality is so key, and also gives the opportunity to truly help you be more successful, because it's very step by step, and it shows people that reading a script is really no big deal. You can also start talking to people about their needs by asking them a little bit more about their family, their occupation currently, what they like to do for fun, and then show them what products and what services you have to offer with your Young Living business that would best meet their needs. Andrea, you want to wrap
it up,
baby up?
So a wholesale membership is the way to get started in the business. And it's the way that most people come in as product users too. I would say that 98% of people get started with a wholesale membership because it's such a good deal. This is the one thing in the catalog that is over half off. So it's over a $300 value, and we get it for $160 plus tax. So this, if you don't have your premium starter kit yet, I recommend doing it this way, getting your oils, starting to experience what they can do for your emotional and physical health. And then Ningxia Red is another piece to it. You'll get 2 samples in your kit, or you can get started with the Ningxia Red kit. And so this drink is something that we've had in our family. We've drank in our family consistently for the last decade, literally for the last 10 years, because I find that it gives me that sustained energy throughout the day. I know it's super high in antioxidants, which is anti-aging. It supports pretty much every single body system in the body, and it tastes really good too. So it's a really easy supplement to get down. And then Essential Rewards. So as a business builder, Essential Rewards is we'll do Essential Rewards. There's no reason not to. But most customers or members, as they would be, they need to be members, do Essential Rewards as well. And so this is the customer loyalty program. It gives you basically cash back to use on free products. So it goes into a little account, starts at 10%, goes all the way up to 25% back that you can use on free products. Plus you get a little bit of discounted shipping, and you get loyalty gifts every 3 months for that first year. So I love this quote by Robert Kiyosaki. He says, change your focus from making money to serving more people. Serving more people makes the money come in. And what a beautiful business to be able to do this in, where we have products that work and work well, and we can introduce it to people and better their lives, both physically and emotionally, as well as if they're looking for it financially. You guys, thank you so much for being on the call tonight. We hope that this was valuable for you. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them in the event, on the event page, and we hope to connect to you soon.
Yep, and we'll be posting the recorded thing later tonight or tomorrow. So the video link, so that you can send that out to friends and family who weren't able to join you tonight but would like this information. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye-bye.